Yeah, I'm sorry. This is the moment I was fucking waiting for. I was ready for Maddie. Sorry, I love you, Cassie. I really do love Cassie. I really do. But I wanted Maddie to beat her. I'm Amal, and welcome to Molly's World, where we hop in the director's seat, sip on our treats, and get into the real good deeds. And today, what we are dissecting is the newly aired episode of Euphoria Season 2, Episode 5, Stand Still Like a Hummingbird. And honestly, truly, the definition of that, I broke it down in my reaction. And seeing how it relates to this episode, it makes perfect sense. And my reaction was recorded before I saw this episode. Just letting you know. So let's take a look at that.
Wait, were you doing drugs with you? No! What? You knew. Don't slam my door!
Period.
Please! Let me handle this. Go to your room. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it! You want a drug test? Fucking drug test me. I don't need to. Jules told me everything.
Ooh. That means Elliot told Jules. Yeah, Elliot did tell Jules. I mean, Jules.
We can do the withdrawal thing again, baby. It's okay. The fucking hospital. If you try to put me in the fucking hospital, I swear to God, we're gonna have a problem. No, you're out of control. Put the fucking phone down. Where did you put it? Where'd you put my pills, Mom? Where did you put it? I'm not calling the police. No, you can't. Yes, you will not attack me. Oh, no, you're on your own home. I raised you.
Period.
I did. Okay. You're not a good person, Rue. You smiling? Really? You're proud of that?
Because she doesn't know.
That's it. Kind of keeps you from admitting what a shit fucking mother you are. Oh, poor Leslie. Don't fucking touch me. You want to hit me? Shut the fuck up! I know. Get the fuck off of me. Don't you fucking touch her. Get out. Get the fuck out of here. I need you to tell me what the suitcase is.
Please tell her.
We flushed around the toilet. You look embarrassed, Rue. You're embarrassed because Jules just heard everything you said. Wow. Oh, okay. I see what the fuck.
Rue.
You know, I have a lot of regrets. It's got to be at the top of my fucking list. Oh, now you want to fucking cry. Now you want to fucking cry. I love you. No, the fuck you don't. You love being loved. Baby.
It's me fucking crying from the moment this started. Wow. What a fucking beginner to our episode. Bitch, I'm still fucking crying. Yeah, this is a fucking intro. Because I was about to say, when are they going to show Euphoria?
Just take it one day at a time.
Dumbass, Cassie.
I have a quick question for you. What? How long have you been fucking Nate Jacobs?
Fuck Rue.
What are you talking about?
What the fuck is happening?
You know what's funny, Lou? When I first saw you, I thought, this girl.
Hmm. Dear God. Please go home.
Rue?
Oh, fuck no. And now that you've seen some clips of my reaction from the video, we'll get into the review. Action. I know I like to start off with my actors, and the main one, Zendaya, she received an Emmy already. I just need them to already have it pre-packaged and given to her, like immediately, because this episode, from the minute that it started, I was crying because my anxiety was just building and I didn't know what it was building to. And that moment in the house where her mother is speaking to her face to face. All the actors in this show, bravo. Because the mother, it felt like my mother. I don't think Rue understands that there's not anything she can do to scare her sister or scare her parents away. Now, I was battling my emotions in that moment simply because I was on Rue's side in the beginning, like, no, this bitch is going to fucking die if she does not get those pills. Not because of her addiction, but because that crazy kooky lady with her birds in her house, she's gonna find her and she's gonna do something to her. Either she's gonna kill Rue or she's gonna kill Fez, because Fez vouched for Rue, okay? So in my mind, I'm like, Mom, I get it. I get that you think Rue's an addict. She is, and she was doing the drugs in the suitcase, but I'm gonna need you to give that suitcase up. Rue's sister and the mother going back and forth trying to help Rue, and then Rue just breaks out and everything. Then she starts crying and saying, I want to die, I hate myself, I don't know how to get off of drugs, blah, blah, blah. And then she snaps back into being angry. And that, to me, is not necessarily the characteristics of a true addict, but Zendaya was playing this fucking part. From beginning to end, Zendaya was playing this part. And the moment when I knew that this show or this episode today was about to go insane was when Jules interjected. I can't even remember what she said because I was just that gagged. I was like, and when Rue walked in and it was Jules and Elliot, I was like, yeah, Rue's about to flip. Rue's dependency on Jules wasn't healthy. The fact that Rue needs Jules to be sober is a problem. Rue should want to be sober on her own, and that was where the animosity came in. So when the minute Jules left and that was taken away from Rue, she fell apart again. It's like, in her mind, the people that she loves and wants to be better for have either betrayed her or left because her father died. Lexi and her aren't really friends and didn't support her drug habit. And then here comes Jules, whom she was madly in love with, and then Jules picks up and leaves on a fucking train. I mean, yes, it was Rue's idea, but Jules still got on the train and left Rue. So in Rue's mind, again, she's been abandoned. Again, she's been left. I feel like this episode was a continuation of last episode. This episode definitely wasn't a filler episode. It definitely had me on the edge of my seat crying, but I'm saying that it's an extension of last episode because last episode, it ends literally with Rue being high and her imagining her father. And her father was like, you're not a bad person. And then Rue's mom in that moment looks at Rue in her face and says, you're not a good person. And then Rue goes, And then she's like, why are you smiling? As the audience, if we really paid attention to detail, we knew why Rue was chuckling. Because her father and her spirit, while she was high, well, his spirit, while she was high, told her, you're not a good person and I'll always be with you. So in Rue's mind, her father is the most important thing. Her father is the most important person still in her mind. So if he thinks that she's a good person, then it doesn't really matter. And if I have to do drugs to feel disconnected to my father, that's what I'm going to do. Because let's remember, she started doing drugs while she was taking care of her father. So maybe her being high and taking drugs brings back that connection with her father. And underneath it all, maybe that's just what it is. She's a girl who misses her father, but also there has to be something deeper because she started taking drugs while her father was still alive. So we're going to table that discussion for another episode. But we're moving forward with this hummingbird, and I'm going to call Zendaya the hummingbird from now on. Hummingbirds are one of the few birds in the world that I think, or probably the only bird in the world, that can fly in place. And I feel like Be Still Like a Hummingbird makes so much sense because Zendaya was on the move the entire episode. She was moving, but she didn't go anywhere. And that's exactly what a hummingbird does when it stands up and it moves. The hummingbird is beating, and it's moving so fast that it looks like it's still. And that's what Zendaya was doing. She was bouncing from person to person, character to character. The only person that Rue did not go to in this episode, or we did not see in this episode, was Nate and Nate's family. She saw everyone in this episode because the minute she gets in the car, because eventually, we all saw the episode. Eventually, she gets in the car, she drives off, and she's like in the car with her mom, and she's explaining everything. Now, when Rue said, y'all want to know the truth, I was hoping and praying to everything above that she opened her mouth and told her mom that the suitcase was not hers and that she had bills to pay on time. But instead, she continues to spit fire and shoot negativity or negative comments at them. And I get it because hurt people hurt people. And right now, she is mentally hurting, physically hurting, hormonally hurting because she's going through withdrawal. But at the same time, she's panicking because this lady literally terrifies her. And she probably owes her, I think, $7,000 or $10,000, not sure. But she owes her a lot of damn money. And Rue has none of it. So me in my mind, I would have just been like, listen, mommy, I understand. I am an addict, but I need you to listen to me very carefully. That suitcase that you found with all of that, do you really think it was mine? Do you really think all of that shit in that suitcase is mine? You really think I've gone that far? And if you think I've gone that far, that's a problem. Because you don't trust me at all. That's one. But two, it's obviously not mine. If I'm telling you the suitcase and the shit in the suitcase is not mine, I would have asked the question first. I'm not even gonna lie. As a parent, I would probably roll up the suitcase in front of the bed, wait for Zendaya to come inside and be like, yeah, what is this? You got some explaining to do. And if she lied to me and didn't tell me the truth, or I felt like she wasn't telling the truth, yeah, you will have some more explaining to do, Miss Rue. We are now in the car, and she's explaining to her mom that she was never sober, blah, blah, blah. But then the bitch hops out the fucking car. The bitch hops out the fucking car. And I always joke with my friends and say that I want to go play in traffic. No, Zendaya was really playing in traffic. I-4, the interstate. She was playing in traffic. She wanted to die. She was running away from going to the hospital to get better. But I understand why she was running, because I can't go to the hospital and tell them that I'm on opiates and drugs and I had an entire suitcase filled with it, and the suitcase didn't belong to me. It belonged to a head kingpin drug dealer, and now I owe her $10,000. Yeah, I wasn't going to the hospital to tell them that either. So I understand why she got out of that car and ran. Now, where she was gonna go, no clue. But she ran all the way to Lexi's house. Because Lexi like we know, is supposed to be her best friend. But Lexi actually cares about Rue. So when she goes upstairs to pee, I am assuming that Lexi's mother and Lexi agrees to call Rue's mom to pull up to the house. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, which is why I'm waiting for next week's episode, Rue turns to Maddie, and I knew that this was going to happen because for some reason, I remember the shot that Rue is talking about, where it was like a shot in the road and Cassie was standing up and Nate's truck was pulling up. And like, it looked like a far away shot. And I was like, why is the angle so far away? But now we know why the angle was so far away, because it was from somebody else's perspective, and it was Rue who saw Cassie getting into the truck and kissing Nate. So Rue decides to turn to Maddie, like the drug addict that she is, stirring drama so she can escape. But basically, she turns to Maddie and tells Maddie that Cassie has been fucking Nate. Yeah. I'm sorry, this is the moment I was fucking waiting for. I was ready for Maddie. Sorry, I love you, Cassie. I really do love Cassie. I really do. But I wanted Maddie to beat her. I wanted Maddie to beat her ass. I'm sorry. And Maddie's nails, her set, yeah, I'm sorry. I pay attention to the details. So when Maddie started doing this and I saw her nails, yeah, whoever did her nails, costume department, yeah, her nails were perfection. It fit the scene. But back to what I'm saying. I wanted Maddie to beat her ass. I wanted Maddie to beat her ass, and Maddie did not beat her ass. But I'm glad that the secret is out. Now they can address it, talk about it, and do whatever the fuck they want with it. Because Zendaya ran her ass through the door, and who did she go to next? Fez, which I expected her to go to. And I actually lied. She went to Fez first, but Fez did not answer. So she went to Lexi, and then after Lexi, she went back to Fez, and Fez did answer this time. And she tried to steal Fez's grandmother's drugs, which, come on, Rue. The lady is in a coma on the bed, and you're taking her prescribed medication. Like Fez said, you're gone too far. It's the principle. You crossed the line, Rue, and now it's time for you to get out my house. And Fez literally dragged her out. Before Rue saw the police, I totally forgot she broke into someone's house. I'm just saying, so much happened that my anxiety was going crazy. Because Rue broke into the house, stole shit, stole money. I thought the dog was gonna fucking attack her. Luckily, the dog didn't. And then you know what she did with the bunch of shit that she stole? She said, you know what? I'm gonna run from the police. She ran from the police, and you know where she went? To the drug dealer woman. I just want to know if you thought that was smart, Rue. But apparently you did. Because what did the drug dealer woman do? She actually understood, surprisingly to me. And her monotone speech or monologue, like, it had no inflection. But because of the way she speaks, that's what makes it even more scarier and creepy. She talks really, like, bland. And in that moment, I was like, yeah. She's probably just gonna pick up the gun. You don't have my money, Rue? Oh, I'm sorry. I never get angry, but I thought you were gonna, do something for me. But you disappointed me. Bang. I really thought that's what she was gonna do. But homegirl have a heart. Homegirl has a heart. She gave Rue the morphine, and I love that shot. BTW directors, camera people love that shot, where the morphine was focused on, and then Rue was in the tub. Now, hear me out, right? I think the reason why they mentioned that Rue's never taken like drugs that you have to inject is because from here on out, that's probably what she's gonna be doing. Because they probably won't let her take opiates. They won't let her do pills. They probably won't let her smoke weed. And now she's found something new to get her high, which was the morphine to take away the pain, of course. But she recognizes that she can do another type of drug and still be herself without people knowing that she's taking pills and doing all of this. I just think that was another gateway for her to take another drug. Yeah, but I also think that the lady who gave her the drugs knows that that's what was going to happen, or that is going to happen. And this is just me predicting way earlier than I should be. Rue jumps out the lady's window and escapes. She didn't take anything, smart Rue, but she jumps out the window, escapes, and then we hear the home door of Rue's house open, and her mom says, "Rue?" ? But to me, I find that so freaking iconic because the episode literally started with the mother going, "Rue, Rue," and I was like, when I saw that come full circle, it brings me back to the title, Stand Still Like a Hummingbird. A hummingbird is constantly fucking moving, exerting energy and doing so much, but it's because it's doing so much that it does not go anywhere. And literally, Rue did so much, went on this entire spiral to end back up in the same place. And for the episode to start with it saying Rue, Rue, and end with the Rue ? Yeah, that's iconic. I'm sorry. That's genuinely iconic. Hear me out. I think next week's episode is probably gonna start off with Nate and Cal because we did not see them in this episode. But also, now we know, and like I said, I've been waiting for this moment because if Cassie, now that we know that Maddie knows that Cassie is fucking Nate, we still haven't addressed the fact that Maddie got that disc. And I just think it's perfect time for her to use it now. And to me, this is the first time that Rue has given something to Maddie that Maddie can use and gives them a more of a connection. Like, it's kind of like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Kind of like that. So like in my mind, now that Rue probably hates Jules and Maddie hates Cassie, which she'll probably hate Nate too, she'll want to release the tape. But she'll probably think to herself, wow, I don't want to hurt Jules. And Rue is probably going to be like, yeah, no, fuck Jules. Yeah, because she ratted on me. And that's how I think that this is going to get released. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just think that's how it's going to happen. And if it doesn't happen that way, I need for something else to happen. Because this episode, like I said, my anxiety was going crazy. But I love the fact that Rue was not only seeking approval from everyone, but somehow everyone got to see Rue in that state breaking down mentally. At least, like I said before, Nate and Cal were the only characters I think that didn't get to see Rue in that state, but her sister, her mother, Kat, Maddie, Cassie, Lexi, Fez, even fucking Ashtray saw her. Everyone thinks that Maddie's a bitch. But even so, you could see that Maddie still cares about Cassie, and you could see that she cares about Rue, because in that moment, Maddie could have really beat the fuck out of Cassie, but she didn't, simply because of two things. She respected the fact that Rue was literally having an intervention, and I feel like because she still loves Cassie, she was like, I want to get so fucking violent right now. And I feel like because she still has love and respect for Cassie, she didn't hurt Cassie the way she wanted to. So that's why I feel like Maddie, to me, is Maddie and Rue's relationship might grow. And I just fucking love Maddie. And I love all the characters being there to help Zendaya and I keep calling her Zendaya, but to help Rue and support Rue through this process. Now, honestly, truly, the screen blacked out. So I don't even know if it's Rue that walked through that door, but I would like to hope it's Rue. Because if it's not Rue, I don't know who it could be. And I don't know what's gonna happen. But like I said at the beginning of this video, prepackaged the Emmy. stuff it in a box and ship it to Zendaya's address right now, because yes. And if anyone disagrees, we can fight in the comments below. Honestly, truly. If you guys enjoy spilling the tea, getting into the deets, you know, predictions, doing all of the goodness that's involved in Molly's world, please scroll down, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell so you get updates and notifications from when I post. This is all that I have for now in Molly's world, where we hop in a director's seat, sip on our treats, and get into the real good deeds. Actually, I'm kind of upset that I didn't see Nate in this episode, because I really do think that Nate's presence or his absence means something. Probably gonna find out in the next one, because I feel like it's very important. But without further ado, I really do love you guys so much, and I hope to see you again. Until next time. Mwah.